Now in this video we are going to see quantitative aspects of electrolysis. Quantitative aspects of electrolysis means during electrolysis we have seen at cathode and anode different substances they are deposited. So how much substance is deposited at the particular electrode, particularly cathode, where reduction takes place. Okay, that can be obtained quantitatively. How much substance is deposited at cathode during electrolysis. Okay, so there are 4 steps to find out what is the mass of the substance deposited during electrolysis. Okay, for example, we have seen electrolysis of NaCl. We have seen electrolysis of NaCl. So how much sodium is deposited at cathode during electrolysis, that can be obtained. So which are the steps to get mass of the substance deposited? The very first step is you have to find out or calculate quantity of electricity passed. How much electricity is passed in the cell during electrolysis, that you have to find out. So that can be obtained, that is quantity of electricity passed Q in coulomb is equal to quantity of electricity passed in ampere I into time in seconds. Okay. Now this quantity of electricity passed you have to convert into number of moles of electrons passed. Whatever quantity of electricity is passed, that you have to convert into number of moles of electrons passed. So you have to find out number of moles of electrons passed. So you know 96500 coulomb is equal to 1 mole of electrons. So if you are passing 2 coulomb of electricity, how many moles of electrons we are actually passing? Okay, so Q upon 96500, that is number of moles of electrons passed. In the first step what we have done, how much quantity of electricity is passed in the cell. We are passing electricity and reactions are taking place which are non-spontaneous, isn't it? So how much electricity is passed, that is converted into number of moles of electrons passed. Third step, number of moles of, we have to find out number of moles of product form. Number of moles of product form. For example, if you are carrying out electrolysis of copper chloride, then copper is going to get deposited, and which will be the reaction? Cu2 plus 2e minus giving Cu. At cathode, the reaction which will take place is Cu2 plus 2e minus giving Cu. Okay, so what you have to find out? Number of moles of products formed. Number of moles of product which is formed. Okay, so for this particular reaction, it will be 1 by, it is obtained by mole ratio, 1 by 2. Okay, it is obtained by mole ratio. So what is mole ratio? Mole ratio is equal to number of moles of products formed. Number of moles of products formed upon number of moles of electrons passed. Upon number of moles of electrons passed. So the number of moles of products formed is equal to this mole ratio into how much quantity of electricity, how many moles of electrons are passed. So in general what we can write? Q upon 96500 into mole ratio. Q upon 96500, that is number of moles of electrons passed, into mole ratio. Mole ratio is the ratio of number of moles of products formed upon number of moles of electricity or electrons passed. This is the third step. And now the last step is mass of product formed. We are interested in what? Mass of product formed. So number of moles of electrons formed is equal to number of moles of electrons formed into molar mass of the product. So number of moles of electrons passed are Q upon 96500 into mole ratio into will give you the mass of the product which is formed at cathode. Okay, see from the beginning again. Quantitative aspects of electrolysis means what? During electrolysis, how much quantity of the substance is deposited at the electrode, that can be determined quantitatively. Very first step is, you first of all have to find out the quantity of electricity which we are passing in the cell. So what is the quantity of electricity passed? That is in coulomb is equal to current in ampere I into time in second. Okay, that is the first step. Second step, number of moles of electrons passed. In the first step, quantity of electricity passed we are determined. That quantity of electricity passed is converted into number of moles of electrons passed. Okay, so what is the relationship? 96500 coulomb is equal to 1 mole of electrons. So Q coulomb which we are passing, isn't it? That corresponds to Q upon 96500, that much, that means moles of electrons. Moles of electrons. Okay, now the next step is number of moles of products formed. Number of moles of products formed we have to determine. So how they are obtained? Number of moles of products formed is equal to number of moles of electrons passed into mole ratio. So number of moles of electrons passed are Q upon 96500. And what is mole ratio? For getting mole ratio, you have to write down first of all the reduction reaction which is taking place at the particular electrode. For example, I have given you one example here. If we are carrying out electrolysis of copper chloride, then copper will be deposited at cathode by the reaction Cu2 plus 2e minus giving Cu. Such reaction you have to write. And mole ratio is the ratio of number of moles of products formed. Number of moles of products formed upon number of moles of electrons passed. Okay, in this case it is 1 by 2. And number of moles of products formed, okay, they are equal to number of moles of electrons passed into mole ratio. So Q upon 96500 into mole ratio for the particular reaction. And the last step, mass of the product formed. Isn't it? Quantitative aspect means what? Mass of the product deposited at the electrode. That is equal to number of moles of electrons passed into mole ratio into molar mass of the product formed. Okay. So now Q upon 96500, that is the first step, this one. Second step, Q upon 96500 into mole ratio into molar mass of the product which is formed. Okay. So if you will carry out all these 4 steps, you will get the mass of the product which is formed. Okay. We are going to solve some problems based on this so that the things will be more clear to you. Now see, one more quantitative aspect we are going to see. See, if you are passing same quantity of electricity, through 2 different electrolytes, okay, if we are passing same quantity of electricity through 2 different electrolytes which are kept in the cells arranged in series. What is the condition here? Same quantity of electricity. Same quantity of electricity we are passing through different cells which are arranged in series. Then what will be the quantity of the substance that will be deposited at the respective electrodes in different cells? That we will find out now. In the beginning what we are seeing in the previous part, electricity we are passing, and what is the amount of the product formed, what is the mass of the product which is deposited at the electrode. But now we are passing the same quantity of, we have 2 different cells or 3 different cells in which different electrolytes are taken, and we are passing same quantity of electricity, that is important. We are passing same quantity of electricity through different cells. Then in different cells, what will be the quantity of the substance that is deposited? Okay, suppose we have first cell. In the first cell, the quantity of the substance deposited W1, just now we are seeing, is equal to Q upon 96500 into mole ratio into molar mass of that particular substance. Okay. In the another cell, the amount of substance that will be deposited is equal to, again, same quantity of electricity we are passing. No? So Q upon 96500 moles of electrons, same quantity of electricity into mole ratio in that particular cell into molar mass of that particular substance which is deposited. For example, if you have in one cell copper sulfate and in another cell silver nitrate, if you have two different cells and if you are taking copper sulfate or copper chloride and silver nitrate into different cells, in one cell copper will be deposited, in another cell silver will be deposited. Okay, and we are passing same quantity of electricity through both the electrolytes, then quantity of silver deposited or quantity of copper deposited in the respective cells that can be determined. So W1 is the mass of the substance deposited in one cell, W2 mass of the substance deposited in another cell. Okay, same quantity of electricity we are passing, Q upon 96500. Okay, now same quantity of electricity we are passing, isn't it? So mass of the substance deposited here, M1, mass of the substance deposited M1 in the first cell. Okay, that will be equal to W1 into, this is same, so this is cancelled, isn't it? M1 upon M1 will be equal to W1 upon mole ratio, and M2 will be equal to W2 upon mole ratio. Okay, so this way we are able to carry out, we are able to find out the masses of different substances which are deposited into different cells when same quantity of electricity is passed. Okay, so we will stop here and we will continue the chapter in the next video. Thank you.